Very few of us who have lived our lives in this country can remember what it's like to live in a country in wartime, victims of a vicious and unprovoked attack from a nearby country. So let's hear from Marina, one of 7 women and girls, mothers and daughters, who've been seeking refuge in this country while a bloody battle rages in their home country of Ukraine against the ravages of the Russian onslaught.
Hello, my name is Marina. I come from Ukraine, from Kiev, and now I live in small lovely village North Kelsey in Lincolnshire. It's too hard to be so far from our house because my husband and my son still in Ukraine, and they are at risk every day in our country. Russian troops almost destroyed our energy system. We had this last winter was the hardest winter in our life, I think, in Ukraine. We were in our country was in darkness, no electricity, no. It was cold, dark. It was terrible, like nightmare.
Who can help? Governments can and do send weapons. But what can we do? Well, Rotary is raising money to buy and send generators to Ukraine for use in their hospitals. Why generators?
My name is Richard Lewis, and I'm the president of Market Rasen Rotary.
Hello, my name is AJ Vora. I'm a doctor, but now retired.
When I was working, I was the facilities manager on 4 hospitals, one of which had 7 operating theatres, along with consulting and examination rooms. It doesn't take much thought to appreciate that these areas need power to function correctly, and therefore electricity is an important aspect of daily life.
The power supplied through electricity allowed us to perform our job. This was from simply putting the lights on and running computers, but vitally to equipment that would save lives. When working on the cardiac unit, we took it for granted when we were doing heart bypasses and valve replacements with a patient on the table. And it would have been unthinkable if the electricity had been cut off and we lost the patient because of lack of power.
Unfortunately, the power supply can be cut off, and at these times, such as in operating theatres that rely totally on electricity to provide lighting, temperature control, clean filtered air and medical equipment, the lack of electricity can mean a patient is put into a life or death situation. And this is where auxiliary generators come in and are vital to maintain the electricity to these areas.
Even running a simple clinic involves electricity for ECG machines, nebulizers, resuscitation machines, and doing minor operations. So imagine you're living in a country with an occupying force that's destroying your vital structures and your power's intermittent. I can't imagine what it'd be like as a doctor working in that country, losing patients halfway through an operation for the sake of electricity. So do whatever you can to give and support this country that's, through no fault of its own, is facing challenges we couldn't imagine.
Let's hear again from Marina.
The only way out in the situation were generators, but they're quite expensive, and the war is depleting our economy, and therefore we have to ask for help, and I truly believe that kindness will save this world, and I have already seen the kindness of British people. We really appreciate it for your support, and we are counting on your help. Your donation can save lives, because injured and sick people need uninterrupted power supply. So we will be very appreciated for your help.
So, the Ukrainians are fighting for their own country, but they're also fighting to shield all the rest of us from Russian aggression. Please support them if you can. And if you do, you'll want to be sure that every penny you give is spent in providing generators. So, here's how it works. The generators are bought in this country. Your money enables us to buy them and ship them to Ukraine. In Ukraine, they're unloaded and received by members of Rotary International, who ensure that they reach their intended destination. If you can support us, you'll be helping to protect not only the future of Ukraine, but all of our futures. So let's hear finally from the young people whose futures are at stake.
Hello everyone, my name is Katya. I'm from Kiev region, from the small town Vasilko, and now I'm living in North Kelsey.
Hi, my name is Maria. I'm from Kiev region. This is near the Kiev. I'm living in big city. Now I live in North Kelsey. It's like small village, but very lovely with lovely people. Hello, my name is Natalia. I'm from Ukraine, Mykolaiv region, from Bashtanka, and this is my sister Ira. We are twins. I moved here, living with my father and brother in Ukraine. It was difficult to say goodbye to them. Every time you have like lots of questions in your head, like, will you see them alive next time? Will you feel those strong hugs from your father, or like funny jokes from your brother? It is difficult to read news and see how people are dying in hospitals because of no electricity. Our people need generators, especially after the disaster in Novokakhovka. Russia bombed hydroelectric power plant, leaving people with flooding houses with no electricity. At least what we can do is donate money, and we ask for your help. At this moment, there are a lot of people in Ukraine who need help, especially with generators, because of the constant bombs and rockets in Ukraine. And last winter was one of the hardest in our life because Russia was bombing all the towns and cities and hospitals, and they just could not work like normally. Yeah, I think that the donations and all the help for Ukrainians, this is the minimum that we can, how we can support and help our soldiers and people to survive and help people who suffered from all the Russian shelling and rockets and bombs, and because every day all the Ukrainians fighting for their lives and freedom and independence, and I think that for them they could see future only with our help, because they think, and I think personally, that that's not only our war, that's the war of the whole world.
We urge you to support Ukraine with donations, which will save thousands of lives. We will also internally grateful for your help and supporting. However, the war is still going on and we have to fight with the enemy, with the whole world. Therefore, we ask you not to be indifferent for the people who give their life for the sake of peace, not only for our country, but also for the world.
You can make a donation directly through Just Giving at this web address. Please help us to help them.
Thank you. Yeah, that's it.